SynthiaPC Installation Overview. Installing SynthiaPC package is done in 6 steps. The first step is to either purchase the SynthiaPC software package, or to download it from the website. If you purchase either the evaluation package, or the full SynthiaPC system, you'll get the software package contained in either a USB thumb drive, or on a CD, your choice. You'll also get a few other items, including a user's guide, and a USB to MIDI connector cable, and optionally, an infrared remote controller. If however, you choose to try out Synthia using the 60-day free trial offer, then you'll need to download a zipped SynthiaPC software package from the synthiahymplayer.com website, and to then unzip, and expand the downloaded file, and save it into an installation file folder. The second step, using the installation CD, USB memory stick, or the downloaded and unzipped installation file, is to install the actual SynthiaPC application program. The third step is to then install the MIDI companion program, MIDIaux, which provides a communications bridge between the PC and the MIDI world. The fourth step is to load Synthia's music database. This music database will contain one or more music books or hymn books for future access. The fifth step is to install, and check out the USB MIDI cable, and to set the USB communication options in MIDIaux. The sixth step is optional, that is if you have purchased the infrared remote control. If you did, then you'll need to install the remote control's USB receiver driver. Installation. Step 1. Obtain installation software or unzip downloaded SynthiaPC file. If you have a SynthiaPC installation thumb drive or CD, you will not need to do this step and may skip to the next step. If however, you downloaded from the synthiahymplayer.com website, the synthiapc.zip file, then you will need to unzip this file into a PC file folder. Prior to doing this step, you will have needed to download the SynthiaPC installation zip file from the synthiahymplayer.com website. When you do, your PC will save this zipped or packed file into your PC. Typically, it will be saved in your system's download file folder. You will then need to unzip this file, which is SynthiaPC.7z, into a file folder on your PC, such as SynthiaPC CD. This folder will then contain all of the reconstituted installation files needed to install SynthiaPC on your computer and, in fact, will be a mirror image of the SynthiaPC CD or memory stick, if they had been purchased. The zip download file is about 25 megabytes in size, however, when unzipped, the expanded file folder, that is SynthiaPC CD, will contain about 100 megabytes of data. Again, you will need to know where the unzipped file is saved. Typically it is stored in the system's or user's download file folder. In the example shown here, the zip download file, named SynthiaPC.7z, is stored on the C drive in the user's download file folder. The path therefore is c/users/sima/download/SynthiaPC.7z. Alternatively, if you just click to the C drive, you'll see the download file folder in the upper left panel, and that is where the SynthiaPC.7z file should be. You will need an unzip utility program to expand, unzip, SynthiaPC.7z. Often, WinZip is available and used for this application. A freeware utility to accomplish this task is a program called 7zip. You can download it for free on www.7zip.com. In the example shown here, we're using 7zip, but WinZip works too. In this example, we'll run the 7zip Manager program to extract and build the SynthiaPC installation file folder from the downloaded synthiapc.zip file. First, upon running 7zip, we'll need to browse to where synthiapc.zip is located. In this case, it is located in the download file folder for the user SIMA on the C drive. Then, we simply select the synthiapc.zip file and extract its contents. 7-zip will ask you where to save the new file folder, and we're choosing to store it back into the download file folder. That's it. Rather straightforward, and what we'll end up with is a file folder, SynthiaPC CD, which will contain the exact contents of the SynthiaPC installation CD or thumb drive. We will need this folder in the next few steps to actually install the SynthiaPC and MIDI-aux programs and drivers. SynthiaPC installation step 2. Install the main SynthiaPC program. In this step, we will install the main SynthiaPC program onto the PC. We will be following the normal practices used to install any ordinary type of program into a PC. First, we will need to browse or point to where the installation program and library are stored, and to then execute and run this program to the completion of the installation. In our example, we will be loading from the earlier downloaded file from the website and unzipped installation file folder. If, however, you have your SynthiaPC installation package loaded on a memory stick or a CD, then simply browsing to this device is what you will need to do. In our example, the downloaded and unzipped installation file folder, which is SynthiaPC CD, is located in the download file on the C drive within the SynthiaPC file folder. When we double-click on this file folder, its contents will be shown. Simply scroll down to the program named Setup and double-click on it. This will start the Windows installation program to actually install the SynthiaPC program. The execution of InstaShield follows the normal Microsoft installation procedure, namely, do you want to install this program and where do you want to install it? One unusual question, however, that it will ask is whether to replace newer Windows support files with older support library files contained on the SynthiaPC setup package. Answer this question with a no to all. This will tell the system to not replace the newer library programs with the older ones. Then, when InstaShield finishes its installation, Synthia will have been installed into your PC. Now, after you have installed SynthiaPC into your PC, you may want to place a shortcut icon onto your desktop. If so, first locate the newly installed program by pressing the window icon on the lower left-hand corner of your screen and then scrolling to the SynthiaPC program folder, opening this folder and then left-clicking on the SynthiaPC label and dragging the program icon up and onto the desktop. Then release the left click to let the screen go back to normal, and then drag again the SynthiaPC start icon to where you want it to be on the screen. That's it, you're done. MIDI-aux installation step 3. Install the MIDI-aux background MIDI bridge program. In this step, we will install the MIDI-aux program onto the PC. We will be following the normal practices used to install any ordinary application type program into a PC. First, we will need to browse or point to where the installation program and library files are stored, and then, to execute and run the installation program. In our example, we will be loading from the earlier downloaded file from the website and unzipped installation file folder. If, however, you have your SynthiaPC installation package loaded on a memory stick or a CD, then simply browsing to this device is all you need to do. In our example, the downloaded and unzipped installation file folder, which is SynthiaPC CD, is located in the download file on the C drive within the SynthiaPC file folder. When you double-click on this file folder, its contents will be shown. Simply scroll down to the program named MIDI-aux and double-click on it. This will start the installation program to install MIDI-aux. The execution of the MIDI-aux installer normally follows Microsoft's installation procedures, namely, do you want to install this program and where do you want to install it? One not so normal procedure and requirement, however, is to comply with MIDI-aux's user license agreement. To do this, you will need to scroll through and read the single user's agreement and to agree to its terms, that is that you will only be using MIDI aux for personal and not commercial use unless you pay for its commercial use. Comply with this question and you will be done with the MIDI aux installation. That's it, you're done. MIDI aux installation Step 4. Install SynthiaPC's music database. In this step, we will install Synthia's music database into the PC. First, we will need to run the SynthiaPC program. If this is the first time SynthiaPC is run, then you will see the message that tells you to load the music database, otherwise the MIDI aux companion program will also flash up on the screen. In either case, dismiss their warnings by clicking OK, and continue on Synthia's main screen. Now, from the top drop-down list, select the Setup button, and drop down to the Install Database button and select it. The Install Synthia Database screen will now pop up. First, you will need to select to where the music will come from. In our example, we will be loading music from the earlier downloaded and unzipped file from the website. If however, you have your SynthiaPC installation package loaded on a thumb drive or a CD, then simply browsing to this device is all you will need to do. In our example, the downloaded and unzipped installation file folder, which is SynthiaPC CD, is located in the download file on the C drive within the SynthiaPC file folder. When you click on this file folder, its contents will be shown. Then press the Install button. Next, you will be warned that all previous music saved in Synthia's music database will be lost and you can abort if you want to. Also, you will need to consider and accept your responsibilities insofar as music copyrights are concerned. Then, Synthia will build, within the SynthiaPC file folder on the C drive, the shell for a new music database. At this point however, you're not done, because you will need to build up and populate your new but empty music database with the music books of your choice. You will now need to go to the Download Music Volume panel on the right and then you'll need to select, one at a time, the music book you want stored into your database and press the Download button, again, one music book at a time. When you have specified and downloaded all of the hymn books you want, then you're done and you can exit the music download function. Step 5, USB MIDI cable and MIDI aux setup. In this step, we will connect and show you how to use the USB to MIDI cable and show you how MIDI aux needs to be set up to work with SynthiaPC and external MIDI keyboards, pianos and organs. Let's first look at the USB MIDI cable connection and use. The USB MIDI cable is only needed if you want to play music on an external MIDI device such as a keyboard, otherwise you don't need to connect it to your PC. If however, you want to play music on a keyboard, piano, or organ, then you will need to use it to communicate with these external devices. Also, if you want to use a USB to MIDI cable, it must be plugged into your PC before you execute the SynthiaPC program. SynthiaPC looks for the USB to MIDI cable when it first starts up and not later, so, if you plug in the USB to MIDI cable into your PC after SynthiaPC is started and then try to play music on an external MIDI device, it won't work. Remember, plug in your USB to MIDI cable before starting SynthiaPC if you want to play music on an external keyboard, piano, or organ. If however, you want to play music using your PC's internal sound system, then you don't have to have the USB to MIDI cable plugged in. It's optional, and in this case, you'll simply play your music using the PC's GS wavetable. Again, if you want to play music on an external USB MIDI device, Be sure to plug the USB cable into the PC before executing the SynthiaPC program, then when SynthiaPC starts, which in turn starts MIDI aux, then the USB MIDI ports will be recognized by MIDI aux and MIDI aux will set up the MIDI input and MIDI output ports to be the same as it was the last time MIDI aux was used. If this is the first time MIDI aux is used with the USB MIDI cable, then you will need to set up the input and output MIDI ports. The output port is where MIDI aux will send the MIDI events to play music on a MIDI keyboard, piano, or organ. The input port is where MIDI aux will accept keystroke and other MIDI events from a keyboard, piano, or organ and then send them, acting as a communications bridge, to SynthiaPC. Be sure to highlight, in blue, the assignments you want. Note, if you are not inputting MIDI events on a keyboard and SynthiaPC is not attempting to receive MIDI events, then input activity will be ignored. If however, you wish to send SynthiaPC a keystroke or voice selection event, then you will need to have the MIDI input port activated. After selecting the MIDI input and output ports, simply exit the setup screen and MIDI aux will remember the last setup for next time. Lastly, be sure you have highlighted the REC and SYX buttons located on the bottom right of the MIDI aux screen. You can now press the minus character in the upper right of the screen and thereby minimize the MIDI aux frame off of the main screen. Note, don't X out or you will lose MIDI aux entirely. You're done. MIDI aux installation step 6. Install the remote control infrared receiver driver. In this step, we will install the remote controller's infrared receiver driver into the PC. We will be following the normal practices used to install any ordinary driver type program into a PC. First, we will need to browse or point to where the IR receiver driver is stored and then, to execute and run the driver installation program. In our example, we will be loading the driver from the earlier downloaded file from the website and unzipped installation file folder. If however, you have your SynthiaPC installation package loaded on a memory stick or a CD, then simply browsing to this device is what you will need to do. In our example, the downloaded and unzipped installation file folder, which is SynthiaPC CD, is located in the download file on the C drive within the SynthiaPC file folder. When we double-click on this file folder, its contents will be shown. Simply scroll down to the program named CDM20814 Setup, and double-click on it. This will start the Windows driver installation program and will install the infrared remote control receiver driver into your PC. Please note that when it starts, it will ask for permission to save and update the driver onto your disk drive. Say yes, and now you're ready to set up the serial communications port between your PC and the USB receiver. First in this step, we will need to find out the serial COM port that Windows assigned to the USB serial receiver driver. Click on the Windows icon in the lower left, and then click on the tool icon. This will bring up the devices icon. Click on it and scroll down to the devices and printers label and click on it. This will then bring up the devices screen. Then select the Bluetooth and other devices label on the left and finally, scroll down the right list to devices and printers. Now, the devices screen will come up. Scroll down to the FT232R serial UART icon and click on it. Next, the FT232R properties frame comes up. From here, note the COM port, in this case, it is 3 but in your PC, it may be different. With this COM port, you are now ready for the last step to set the receiver's COM port into SynthiaPC. First in this last step, you will need to run SynthiaPC. Go to the Setup button on the top of the main SynthiaPC screen and scroll down to Book List and Path Setup and select. Next the Setup Book List and Path screen pops up. Go to the bottom of the screen and type in the IR COM port you discovered in the last step. Lastly, press Update. You're done with installing the USB infrared remote controller's receiver.